Alright. I guess one more thing I should probably do is set up my support here. While I have some people to, you know, give me some advice as to the support. Because, I mean, outside of the servants, I don't really know who to be putting on everywhere. We'll put Fushino on, I think. I guess Parvati, Kintoke, of course. Merlin's probably better replaced with Scotty here. King Hassan will be replaced with Kama for the event support. Cha-Cha, real smooth, will go on my Berserker support here. That's right, Wobble Fett. Cha-Cha gets bonus damage in this event. And I think we'll have Okitan in that lineup. Alright. Finally got Moriarty's name. Nice. Very, very nice. Alright. So, I think for now, I'm just going to work off of what I know works best for him. So, Kama will get the maximum Broken Princess's Pilgrimage, as will Kintoki. Okita will get a Princess Pilgrimage. Okitan. And I guess Parvati. The rest of them, I think... Cha-Cha can get the Spring Beauty, as can you. Oi. Really, Oi doesn't have a good one, but so we'll give her that for now. Alright. Oh! And you unlocked his costume. Nice. So, this is your setup then. Okay. Let's see. So the Saber slot is best with this. Archer is best with this. Lancer I got right. Rider is best with this. That's surprising. Need to finish some anime. That's completely alright, man. That is completely alright. Thank you for stopping by, Wowfet. It was nice having you by, even if it was only for a brief time. You know? It was nice having you by. I got Cha-Cha right as well. Awesome, awesome. We'll throw that there, and I think this will probably be good. Yep. Enjoy finishing your anime. And wish me luck in this event. And if you choose to do the event, by the way, Wobbuffet, remember, Cha-Cha does extra damage. So this is an event that Cha-Cha will thrive in, potentially. Alright. So that's enough of the roles portion of this stream. Now comes the time for the actual story. An hour and a half into stream, and we are now finally beginning Ooku. 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 There you go, senpai. I decided to try herbal tea today. What do you think? Herbal tea? You know, I don't care for the taste of tea personally, but I have to admit the smell of tea is quite nice. So when I found out that Sion had brought all these sorts of luxury goods. Yes, of course, having nothing but bland supplements would ruin the camp-like atmosphere. I'm fine with only the bare minimum of resources necessary to survive myself, but I cannot speak for anyone else. So I made sure you would have a wide variety of food and recreation to choose from, thus satisfying your need for both mental and physical nourishment. I already spent all the Atlas Spiriton points I had been saving for years to acquire them, so you may as well make the most of them. Atlas Spiriton points? So, is this confirming that most mage organizations don't pay with money, but some sort of point system? Like, Chaldea pays us with QP, Atlas apparently pays with Atlas Spiriton points. Are mage organizations just gacha? Are they just gacha organizations in disguise, perhaps? I'm so grateful to her. Before we got to the Wandering Sea, we had to make do with nothing but the border's emergency supplies. You know, having a proper leave together like this again reminds me of the old Chaldea in the Antarctic. Antarctica. I could have swore it was the North Pole personally, but, you know, I know things are completely different now, so I shouldn't be feeling sorry for myself, but... it's important to rest while you can. That is true. And both of those are true statements. I think the first one is a little bit better. You know, going fast, but I think it is more important to rest. Because being hasty isn't always a bad thing, but it is important to rest. You're right. At this point, all we can do is wait for Sion and the captain to finish modifying the Shadow Border, so that it will be stable enough for this to head to the Atlantic Lost Belt. And as much as we'd like to help, it's all just way above our heads. How will it be coming along? Good question. All we know for sure is that it's taking longer than anyone expected. Sion said that Da Vinci designed the border is even more intricately and delicately balanced than she had in thought. I remember Da Vinci seemed both pleased and apologetic about that. At any rate, they also say that there's a crucial part that they need for the modifications. And we'll probably need to go to the Indian Lost Belt to get it. Crucial part from India. It could be something that could only be obtained there, or it could be for some other reason. I'm sorry, I just don't know enough to say one way or the other. All I know is that, at this point, it sounds like they're putting the pieces together so they can install the necessary part. Sion thought that this preliminary preparation will be finished soon after we got back from the Chinese Lost Belt. But apparently things didn't go quite as planned. Still, Captain did say it looks like they should be finishing this stage fairly soon now. Rest and recoup, R&R. Agreed. We should rush this up while we can so we can hit the ground running. Would you like some more tea, Senpai? We also have plenty of cookies to go with it. Cookies. Right, I know what you're about to say. There's way too many, right? Well, there's a reason for that. Things have become much more lively around Chaldea, based now that we have more servants here. So I made extras to share in case I ran into any of them on my way here. But as luck would have it, I haven't seen anyone else today. Not even Foe. In fact, now that I think about it, it feels like Chaldea base is way too quiet today. Oh, where's Foe? Speak of the devil and it shall occur. What the? Hello, hello. Do you still exist over there, soul? If you are there, give me some sort of response. Even an empty must have to do. Otherwise, this is the end for New Chaldea. Okay, you cannot slurp from a water bottle. This is not the time to ghost me. We already have more than enough dead air in our budget. Okay, I can hear your breathing, so that'll suffice to confirm your existence for me. Are you there too, Mash? Even better. What's going on, Sion? Why is the alarm going off? In all of history, there's only ever been one reason for an alarm to go off at the base. New Chaldea is under attack. Attack? Correct? And it's rather terrible, like waking only to find all your data from yesterday is corrupted. What else can you do at a time like this but laugh? No, sorry, this is really not the time to dissociate from reality, is it? We do not have a moment to waste. Please come to the command room at once. Understood, let's go, Master. Okay, I'm glad Mash is with us. I thought it was going to be she who shall not be named that was coming with us. We're here. What in the world's going on, Sion? Well, before I answer that, I would like to confirm something with you. Did you see anyone else on your way here? Anyone at all? Like one of the staff or even a servant? No, I didn't. In fact, I was just telling Master how strange it was that I haven't seen anyone else today. Of course it dies. Hang on. Stream die. Be back shortly. Oh, we're back. Yay. That was much faster than last time. Connect to the PC. Reflector 3! It's trying to get me to upgrade to Reflector 4 as well, you know? I don't know, I gotta look into it. Anytime I launch Reflector 3, it's saying, you should now upgrade to Reflector 4. And it's like, you know, should I, though? I don't know if it's gonna screw me over like so many other things and not be available on Windows frickin' 7. Because even though Windows 7 is the superior OS, no, we're not gonna run Windows 7 anymore. We're gonna force everybody to upgrade to Windows 10 for free. But then, when we've upgraded as many people as we can, we're not going to offer that free upgrade anymore. Nope. You didn't want it then, you're going to have to pay some cold hard cash for it now. It's like, urgh. I mean, not like there's a lot of games that I'm missing out on playing by not having Windows 10. And my computer is probably going to be in need for an upgrade soon. It's just very annoying. Does this have something to do with that attack? This is what I was afraid of. I was hoping that at least one person might be hiding with presence concealment, but I guess that's not the case. And as soon as I realized there was no one else in the command room, no staff, no Holmes, no Da Vinci, I cut off your cause and effect interference to keep you both safe. I think the only ones that I could help in time were you two myself, especially since I've already cut myself off from human history. I'm sorry, what? Oh, sorry. I'll leave my self-examination and my strategizing to a different thought process and get to this main topic. You can see what sort of attack you are under for yourselves. Even after sounding the alarm and putting out the call, you two were the only ones to come here, and that can only mean one thing. We're now the only ones left in the entire Chaldea base. Why is Sion already cut off from human history? Also, it occurs to me, I forgot to do the final bit of enhancing on Tama, so let me do this real quick. I might be able to get her level 80, if I'm lucky, and get a super or great suck here. That was just my brain not really remembering to do things, because my brain is my brain, which is, you know, weird. I'll be able to get her to level 80, no issues. It's gonna be beyond 80, that'll be the problem, clearly. We can get Kama to the final ascension. That'll be nice at the very least. Thank God that one lost belt gave us mirrors. You're a strange one. You've done all this, so why haven't you drowned in my love? I have absolutely no motivation to work. But my pride as the god of love is a little hurt. Well, that it's come to this. Where do you think you're going? You're going to pay dearly for making the god of love get serious. That has me feeling a word that I don't think I can say, realistically enough. Next part of the prologue. The Spirit Origin graph is still working, but we can't summon a single servant. And there's not a single member of Chaldea's staff anywhere in this base, let alone the command room. Even my servant, Captain, is gone. We're the only ones left. Whether this is due to the external interference or internal sabotage, this is clearly ill attempt at work. Not the cafeteria! Where's Emiya? He should be making breakfast at this point. Yeah, how did this happen? I still need to investigate more thoroughly before I can see exactly what happened, but it's already clear what the culprit used to accomplish this. It was ray shifting. They used ray shifting to induce Force Spiriton summoning. To put it in layman's terms, my coffin was used as a catalyst with which to forcefully ray shift everyone away. Is that even possible? Yes. Yes, it is. We've had many instances. I've been force ray shifted away before, so I'm not surprised. I'm sure it would be with Chaldeus, but this is Novum Chaldeum. There's no phase navigation system that vents in here, so it'd be impossible to reverse summon by hijacking our system. Usually, I would be 99% sure about that conclusion, but I do have a theory or two on how it could possibly happen. However, they are so absurd that I could decide to shelve them for now, and next time I won't be so quick to criticize how Holmes handles situations like this. I mean, if this were a locked room murder mystery, that'd be as if the killer was the greatest pitcher in the entire universe, and they killed the victim by throwing a ball through an air vent. That is how unlikely these circumstances would need to be for that to happen. Though that said, I suppose if the universe's greatest pitcher was actually here, that would technically be possible. Well, you know, maybe that... Oh no, it's not even an air vent thing. Never mind. I was thinking Danganronpa for a minute there, but nope. Sorry, getting sidetracked. Back on point. We're the only ones capable of fighting back against this attack. So, measure myself. Sion Eltnam Sokaris. Who could the attacker be? Why in the world would they do this? I cannot say anything about that just yet. That said, I don't think one of the cryptors is behind this, since they have no reason to leave their lost belts. I still have a faint connection. I also still have a faint connection to my own servant, Captain. So the fact that he hasn't yet to take any action must mean he's trapped. And I would guess that all of Chaldea's staff and servants are as well. Are they okay, though, is a question. That's what I want to know, too. Everyone on Chaldea's staff is a mage. If they really were reshifted, then... I see. You're worried they may be unable to withstand the reshift and disappear upon reaching their destination. I cannot deny that such a worst-case scenario is possible. But in this case, I don't think you need to worry about, as the reshift destination does not appear to belong to any of the standard history. That is, they're moving through space more than time, so my coffin will have no trouble verifying their existence. Of course, I cannot guarantee their safety if they should encounter some sort of violence at their destination. But if all the culprit wished to do was hurt them, they would not need to go to the trouble of reshifting them. So thinking logically, I suspect the culprit's goal was to summon and capture them, not kill them. If I were the culprit, I would have frozen them in the moment they were summoned and kept them packed up as packaged spiritons. I have to do that for the people with low reshift aptitude anyways, and would also stop the servants from fighting back. Since they're already being converted during the reshift process, that would definitely be the most efficient way to capture them. And there's still some chance we can save them. Yeah, so where are they then? Of course, that's the most important part after all. When I got to the command room, all the reshift equipment was already set to fixed parameters. To put it another way, they are all pointing towards a very specific set of coordinates. And since everyone was reverse summoned away, this almost certainly that means that someone or something is at those coordinates. No, of course, I cannot say if the culprit just forgot to cover their tracks. There was nothing they could do to hide them, or they left them here on purpose to lure us in. What are these coordinates exactly? Does this mean they point to a singularity from the past? That is really the key problem. Remember what I said earlier about the destination not belonging to the standard history? It's technically a singularity, but it's also quite different from the singularities we've seen so far. Its influence is spreading, or perhaps I should say, stretching. Usually, the bizarre phenomena that takes place in singularities are confined to that singularity. But this singularity is trying to interfere with proper human history while remaining a singularity. In that sense, it may be closer to a lost belt. If we think of human history as one long scroll, singularities are like stains that weaken the scroll by contaminating the history around them. Whereas lost belts are like another scroll entirely that was just discarded once it was clear it was no longer useful. It could be that this singularity is some sort of hybrid, a pseudo-singularity similar to Shinjuku or Shimosa. I think the most appropriate name we could give to these specific conditions is Humanity's Destruction Zone. So similar to Shinjuku, that would mean... ... Making about from... Central coordinates for singularity, which is certainly stretching out in a like line, put the mid-17th century Japan during the Edo period. The province of Shimosa you observed before is gone from history, so I expect this incident is completely unrelated. Understood. Regardless, I think there's only one option left to us. Now that you know where everyone is taken and the path to them is still open, we have to go there too. From there, we need to find out whoever or whatever is behind this, defeat them and rescue everyone. Hang in there, Da Vinci! Holmes! Yes, that is true. In the end, that is what it all comes down to. But I'm afraid I cannot let both of you go there. Excuse me. I want you to help me, Mash. I have my hands full observing the singularity. I need one more skilled operator who I can trust to observe and verify Soul's existence. Someone who's capable of filling in for the Greek Chaldea staff members on their own. She does have experience with this. But if I do that, there will be no one left to help Senpai in the singularity. That is true, but this is the question of priorities. If this were a diving expedition, it would be a decision between going down to the depths without an escort, but without a diving suit, or going down with a diving suit with no escort. Hey, Deontay, welcome. Hobby things. The rolls were fairly bad for a while. I burnt through my initial 330 quartz and 11 tickets with no luck. I burnt through my remaining 2 tickets with no luck. I got a single quartz fragment, and I got another single quartz from a quartz fragments for another 10 spin. No luck. I sucked it up and purchased another $80 quartz package, and then another 13 St. quartz from fragments. And then after 3 more 10 spins, so in total, I think I'm talking like 450 quartz total in quartz spending. Yeah, 450 quartz. I finally got not only Kama, but in the same 10 spin, Ozzy spooked me as well. So 2 for the price of 1.5. Technically, you know, with whole 1 SSR for every 300. But I got her, and that is what counts. I'm happy with that. I will take that victory. How be your rolls going, though, Deontay? Or have you not done them just yet? It's not even a matter of what you savor. If we're unable to verify his existence, we'll not be able to dive down into the other world at all. Still, going into a singularity without even a single servant is just... Yes, I do understand your concerns, but look at Soul. I've punched out Goetia, so I'll be fine here. Got her a new finisher. Nice. Mine is currently sitting at level 80 because I'm out of Embers, as well as 777 just because I'm running low on QP. Exactly. The fact is, this figurative boat we're on is both on the verge of sinking, and we're all in it together. As our base was already attacked once, there's no telling where those of us staying here may be attacked again. So I'm afraid our only option for you is for you to summon up your courage and look at for either a weapon or a companion on the site. Fortunately, the singularities in the 17th century Japan, which by all accounts was a civilized society, so you should be able to reason with the people there. As long as you can get past the first hurdle, I'm sure you'll be able to move things along rapidly. And this first hurdle is... Well, come on, have you never seen a samurai movie? I mean, when they draw their swords, it feels someone has behaved improperly towards them. I think they call it Dori Uchi. Gosh, imagine a society where you can't even speak about anyone above your class for fear of being beheaded. That'd be terrifying. I'll be fine, I'll be fine. I'm a Pride class mage, I think. You know, I think I'm... What is our class? What classification did we get? You always plan everything out so I'm not screwing yourself on servant levels. Yeah, I mean, I don't really plan things out anymore when it comes to levels. Like, I've got Embers set aside for Lambda, and anytime there is a Lancer daily node, those golden Embers go aside for Lambda. But beyond that, it's all dictated by my level up chart, which, you know, I mean, I inserted Kama to the top, but, you know, that's my own choice here. It was my own choice, you know. I wonder why there's these screens of blank text, by the way. Like, seriously, just blank text screens here. It's so odd. So very odd. You're... I'm not even giving her the justice of using my voice. You're going to Japan, then I'll come with you. When do we leave? Yes, we know who she is. We do not like her. I will go by myself. I would rather go by myself, to be honest here. Your faithful servant? I very much doubt that. So much attention from you, especially in front of other people like this. Thank you. You do not have my attention. Thinking this magical energy flow, this is definitely one of Soul's servants. She's not in my Chaldea. She's not one of my servants. She's a rando. She's totally random. I did not, and I will never intentionally summon her. Class Alter Ego, special kind of rogue spirit who does not fall under the standard categories. So you're a non-regular servant. This is right in line with my calculations, yes? Since even I was not able to see you, the enemy must have overlooked you entirely. Okay, so alter egos get overlooked. Give me Melt. Give me Melt. Give me Okitan. Give me Lip. Those 3 I have. I'll take those 3 instead of her. At any rate, this works out perfectly. Now you have a trustworthy bodyguard to go along with you, so... No, not trustworthy at all. Certainly, thank you. No, do not thank her! I'm sorry I wasn't aware of you up until now. But you're obviously gentle, clean, cool-headed, and even seem not familiar with Japan. You know, I would say one of those statements is true. And that's even then a maybe. I don't know her backstory, and I don't care to know outside of the fact that Emiya killed her. Which reminds me, I should probably give Edge Emiya a couple more. I should probably bump Edge Emiya up on the rankings a little bit. Can't ask for anyone better right now. When did you summon her? I can't seem to remember. I never did! Yeah, I know. I know. I know. I still hate her. I still hate her. I know this, they said it in the live stream that this has some story significance, but I can still hate her with every fiber of my being. You're sure we can trust her, right? No, I cannot trust her. Not in the slightest. I couldn't trust her any further than I could do a one-armed pull-up. And I can't do a one-armed pull-up. No, not trust. No trust. No trust. Zero. She's another anti-hero like shooting doji. That's one word for it, I suppose. She doesn't quite seem to fit that mold, but never mind that. This event is going to be a lot of me ranting and criticizing her, isn't it? Is that why she spooked me so much in the CEs that I have 3 of those damn things max limit broken? Oh, by the way, I got 3 of the 4-star CEs max limit broken, as well as 3 spares. Compared to that to 5 of the 3-star CE, only 5, and 10 of the 5-star CE. Like, oh, thank God, no force support. Thank God Almighty. This is a lot to ask of you, but... Don't tee-hee-hee at my Mashu. I'll rip you apart. Oh, I'm sure she will be happy to accompany me. I'm sure she'll be happy to accompany me. You're right. You will never be called upon. You will never have any part to play in a mission if I can avoid it. I didn't call you. I called Melt. Or even Abby. You know, I'm sure Abby would be unaffected by whatever's happening here. She's above most servants, actually. Oh, you're gonna swallow those hard feelings for me? Well, you can swallow all you like. I'm not putting anything behind. As far as I'm concerned, you're a dead woman walking. The extra class servants escaped enemies' notice. Maybe we still have hope of finding a couple more. Yes, give me Melt! Ideally, I would like to send Solon with 4 Heavenly Kings, or at least 3 Musketeers. I don't think I have the 3 Musketeers? Are the 3 Musketeers even... What are the names of the 3 Musketeers? I don't know their names. Indie something skill. Yeah, independent manifestation, a skill belonging to the beast that you are. Independent action? That must be a very powerful story behind you. I would be very interested to hear more about it, but right now... I found someone. Thank you. There's a servant besides... Yes, I managed to track down one more. Excellent work, me. However, this servant is not here in the Wandering Sea. The signal I found belongs to the very last servant that was reverse summoned out of here. They appear to have stopped right before the end of the raid shift. Perhaps they're doing their best to fight back. If you go after them now, you may be able to rendezvous with them. Excellent. Somebody else. Yeah, I know, and that's sad. I mean, and you know, it is just odd considering who the big bad of the event is, and the specificness of her 3rd skill, especially. It's just kind of funny. Defenseless after reshift, no matter how strong they are. Oh, wait, so then we can get rid of you? Oh, from behind. From behind, yes. Yeah, no, I don't trust my back to her, but if I don't put my back to her, she's gonna couple up the other servant. It's a damned if I do, damned if I don't situation. Oh, I'm gonna act. I don't care. You can stay behind. You could... I don't think I trust her to verify my existence either, though. Yes, let's go help this other servant. Please, be somebody cool. I agree with you. If we don't help them now, the servant will most likely end up trapped, just like all the others. You need to make contact with them first and reestablish your contract's connection. I'm sorry I can't give you more time to prepare before you leave, Soul, but... I'm ready! I'm reminded of another saying. Make hay while the sun shines. Never heard that one. If we know what it is we have to do, and we risk losing something important if we don't act soon, then maybe we should just ignore any doubts we have and move full speed ahead. Either way, my job is to make sure you all have the support you need. So please, Master, we're counting on you to save everyone. No, I'm sure you will. You can die. Oh yes, please. I will, if you wish to sacrifice your life, be my guest. Yeah, reunion after such a long time. Turn to dust this second. No, don't be careful. Be reckless. Turn to dust. Oh, there's nothing to reveal. I already know. I'm just glad that there isn't any laughing soundtrack being played here. And again, just her presence reminds me of why exactly... Because it was revealed in the whole broadcast last night that Nasu was recording voice lines for She Who Shall Not Be Named remotely with her VA for She Who Shall Not Be Named. I wonder why. I mean, the only projects we know that are going on is the Fate Extra remake. So maybe the popular fan theory of CCC being some sort of DLC could happen. That'd be awesome. Not likely, but awesome. Or she is going to be involved in yet another event, which I will not care for. Final safety checks complete. All systems are go. The racial coordinates are set to 35 degrees 41 feet north, 139 degrees 45 feet east, mid-17th century Japan. Since you seem to have some familiarity with the country, you probably already know this, but this will put up you in the town of Edo from about 400 years ago, the city everyone knows today as Tokyo. One of your two primary goals for this race shift involves the location itself. This is not an ordinary singularity, it's a massive human destruction zone that appears to be even affecting the axis of time itself. If we don't do something about it now, it's certain to have become a huge problem, so one of your primary goals is to take care of the zone itself. Singularities we've seen this state. They're caused by a massive dimensional energy resource, typically a holy grail. So if you find something like that here too, we need to take it into custody. Been there, done that, got the Mr. Code. Indeed, indeed. Sure, I guess I don't have to tell you that particular goal is the official party line, at least in one sense. I mostly just set it to cover our bases like an alibi. Just keep it in mind so you don't forget it entirely. The other goal is, of course, much more important and much more urgent. Rescuing all of Chaldea's personnel and servants currently trapped there. We still have another huge problem we need to take care of, namely resolving the Bleached Earth phenomenon. This order may be smaller in comparison, but it's an important step nonetheless. This enemy has launched a direct attack on Chaldea. There's only one thing for us to do in response. Counterattack, counterattack, and counterattack some more. And by doing so, we'll fortify our position for the upcoming Grand Order. So I hope you understand that this race shift is a crucial trial for all of us at Novum Caldeum. I'll come back safe and sound, with everybody that matters. Good, then as the race shift supervisor, I hereby declare this is an emergency directive. This counter order is underway. Master, please be careful over there. I will be. Starting on summon program. Commencing Spiriton conversion. Race shift begins in 3, 2, 1. All systems are go. Proving urgent order. Initiating counter order operations. And the final part of the prologue here. Felt as though something or someone was calling me. Not just one thing now. All sorts of things are layered on top of each other to form me, though I also feel as though it's been that way for a very long time. I'm a goddess. I'm the wife of the supreme god, Mahesavara. I'm a servant. I'm the avatar of mankind. I'm called upon by humans. I'm the one who aids the effort to protect the worlds. Now I'm being called away, heading there as I speak. Though I'm sure I'm being called away, I also know that I'm heading there on my own volition. I have to, I must. The impulses within my divine core demand it. I brush off the arm rudely trying to take hold of me, but I don't run away from it. Instead, I follow it to its source. When I step out of a passageway made by humans with human craftsmanship, I head towards a place that is not now, a time that is not here. I know something is waiting there for me, something I can't ignore, and now I arrive at the land of humanity, twisted beyond all recognition. Pretty sure this is Parvati speaking. I saw it the moment I arrived. The light of a soul, so faint it seemed as though the light might go out at any moment. It was so small, so weak, but it was still glowing. And if it was fated to vanish in an instant, it was still there. I saw it. It looked to me like I was struggling desperately against something, like I was waiting for help. ... I'm sure this isn't the reason I came here. It was only by coincidence that I happened to find this tiny remnant of a human soul. But that's exactly why I had to help it somehow. After all, if I came across a person in trouble, I wouldn't need reason to help them. Every decent person would hope to do the same, if they rarely do so in practice. As was kind and loving goddess, how could I refuse? Yeah, we're here. You haven't stabbed me in the back yet. Yeah, I'm sure you entered into a lot of minds. She would try to set the ratio coordinates to give you some time to take stock of your surroundings, but we simply didn't have the time. So instead, we went with the location as close as possible to target reading. As a result, it looks like you've ended up inside Ooku Castle, the heart of Gyudo's governing authority. You've essentially directly invaded the most heavily secured base of the entire country. There is no telling who or what might be nearby, or could happen even from our end. Master, please be as careful as possible. I'm sure if Lai could get through unnoticed. I got in. So I think damage guards around that 10, perhaps 20 to 1. At least I thought they would. Instead, it's fairly quiet here. It's almost as if it's just like Alea. You can take stock of your surroundings later. You're almost on top of the servant reading we're targeting. Please rendezvous with them first. Once they've joined you, you can start gathering information. Roger that. I'm off by myself. I'm alone in the singularity. I see them over there. Is it Parvati? It's Parvati. Looking very nice. Very Sakura-like. Oh, so that she was right, Parvati, or rather a pseudo-servant of her. Perhaps she was able to hold out better by virtue of being a divine spirit. Or maybe there's another reason why she was the only one to evade capture. At any rate, she did great holding out against the enemy's reverse summoning. Whoever, you mean yourself? Yeah, the kimono suits you. No. Uh-oh. I said no. I'm not the Indian goddess Parvati. Who are you, then? Well, then I still don't know who you are, but I will tell you who I am. I'm the one who oversees Ooku here in Ooku Castle. Also, I served as the third Shogun Tokugawa Mitsu's wet nurse. My surname is Saito, my given name Fuka. Now I go by the name bestowed to me by the Imperial Court, Kasuga no Sunbon. One of the most famous women in Japanese history. Although, given how great your surprise is, I'm guessing she doesn't quite look how you expected. That's not that apart from her outfit. That's definitely Parvati we know. What what's going on here? I'm afraid it's kind of complicated. Oh, to be clear, I am the goddess Parvati you know, Shiva's wife, goddess of elegance and grace, all of that. For a while, I was a little worried how this would all turn out, but I feel much better now that you're here, soul. 2 in 1. What do these rings mean? Is there someone else inside your spirit origin? I see, you are acquaintance of Lady Pa. Please forgive my earlier outburst. I'm afraid I still don't understand what's going on very well myself, but I'll do my best to explain what I can. It's only proper after all. This is of course not my own body. I had fallen ill and was waiting for death to take me.
In fact, I think it was after the final threat joining me to this life at Snap that Lady Pa rescued me. At that moment, I noticed something strange was happening to Edo Castle, and had a flash of insight. It must have been the heavens themselves, or perhaps Lord Toshu Daigogan, who delivered this Indian goddess to me in an hour of our need. They must want me to use this goddess's body and powers to do something about this predicament. As I said earlier, I don't think that's what's going on here. Of course it is. It must be. I'm at the least reasonably sure. How else could something this preposterous, this absurd, this ridiculously far-fetched even happen? If her voice is anything go by, she's a lot more energy than I expected. But never mind that. What is this predicament happening at Edo Castle right now? I'm neither warrior nor do I practice any kind of sorcery. I was looking for my current title thanks to the little skill I have with Ginata. The significance of this could not be clearer. This predicament I speak of has befallen Edo Castle's innermost chambers where no man but the Shogun himself is allowed to enter. I speak, of course, of the place where the Shogun's wife and concubines live, the Ooku. I don't know how or why, but everyone in Edo Castle has completely disappeared, and in their place, the Ooku has transformed into a labyrinth that appears to reach deep into the bowels of the earth.
The bowels of the earth. And now, finally. Whoa, that was kind of cool. Tokugawa Restoration Labyrinth, Ooku. And now we glimpse upon the map for the first time. In forever. And we get another firefighter spirit. Yay. Act 1, Tokugawa's Invitation, no battles. A lot of no battle ones this one, isn't there? I'll have a lot to read. I like reading. Reading is fun. That's good. Obviously, free quests will be the exception, which is fine. Holy Parvati. Umahi. Buddhist name is Umahi, okay. Being from the Mandala, a little nervous. You should be! Servants contracted. No, only one of you is a servant contracted to me. Yeah, do more than contain your excitement.
So I don't believe we've met.
Yeah, she's unworthy. Just ignore her. She's not even here. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody realized. Thank you, Parvati. Thank you. Thank you. Something inside you that is entirely separate from anything related to faith. Something that, depending on the situation, I might need to deal with quickly and decisively. Do it! Do it now! Strike her while she is weak.
Still, it should be okay for now.
No! Kill her now!
I have the sense that there's a dam within you, and it could break at any moment, but that also wouldn't be here otherwise. Admittedly, I'm not entirely sure what that means.
She's connected. She's responsible. I don't care. She's responsible. She'll figure it out before you.
There's definitely something about you that nags me. We have more pressing things to focus on now. Yes, I can sense there's something here. And whatever it is, it's also something only I can confront. Thank you for waiting. Our equipment is all adjusted and fine-tuned now. This is a rare and valuable situation, so I wanted to be sure all the data we collect is accurate. Part of me would like nothing better than to find out if you evaded capture thanks to being a divine spirit servant, or if it was a confluence of circumstances owing to your avatar in the particular place to which you were summoned. But for now, we should limit our focus to gathering as much information about our current situation as we can. The more testimony we have from varied perspectives, the better, after all. So please, tell us what happened on your perspective. So you came across Subone's soul while you were being drawn here and decided to help her on a whim. That's right, I realized sharing my spirit origin with her would be the only thing I could do to save her. I knew it was only stopgap, but I just couldn't look the other way. But thanks to that, my own definition became less clear, and I think that's why I was able to escape the enemy's force summoning. So it all worked out in the end. I don't even feel any kind of force pulling on me anymore. Though I do still smell something foul at work here. And I think it's coming from over there. That place Kasuga no Subon called the Ooku. As far as I can tell, whatever's going on here is just as she described. So the people at Edo Castle disappeared just like the ones at Caldea Base. And now the Ooku is turned into a labyrinth. Coincidence? Definitely not. This is all clearly connected.
For sure.
At this point, it could be any clearer that the attack on the Wandering Sea and this strange phenomena at the Edo Castle are the work of a hostile force. That aside, I'm still not quite sure what you mean when you say that Ooku has returned into a labyrinth. Did you see it for yourself, Suboan? Oh, sort of. I was just thinking, oh crap, I really am dead and ascending to Nirvana when I think I caught a glimpse of it. Then, just as I had realized something strange was going on with my Ooku, and was feeling thoroughly pissed off about it, that was when Lady Pa saved me.
She's kind of aggressive, isn't she?
So no, I didn't exactly get a good look at it, but I'm positive there's something strange going on there.
Yep. Won't get any evidence just standing around.
You have a point, but I think that it's still too soon to go to the Soku place. Before you try to make your way through this labyrinth, you should make sure that your current surroundings are safe and that you have ample supplies. Now that you have accomplished your time-sensitive mission to secure the last summoned servant, there is no reason to rush. Not to mention we still don't know where everyone else is yet. Right, I'm also worried about what may have happened to Caldea's staff and servants. I would have rescued them too if I had happened to see them anyone like I did with Suboan, but unfortunately I didn't.
Pitiful, just pitiful. Exactly the sort of cowardly move I would expect from plebes. What a joke. Blackbeard? Gordolf!
Director Gordolf, please, get hold of yourself. New Year's is over now. I see, so I finally cracked under the pressure.
Oh, poor Gordy. Don't mistake my gentle tone for genuine friendliness. I'm only showing you mercy as anyone as noble as me would. I do not recall giving you permission to speak. Now lower your heads in my presence. Director, he thinks he's the Shogun. You there, boy, how dare you speak to me so casually? I don't even know who any of you are. Just so you know, commoners like you would usually be lucky to get so much as a glimpse of a noble warrior like myself in your entire lives. So know your place and show me the respect I'm due.
You don't know who we are. Does that mean you aren't Director Gordolf Music?
Music? Who might that be? Whoever he is, his name certainly has a powerful ring to it. It's Gordolf! But alright, you listen to me. I'm Tokugawa Gordolf, the great Shogun.
Deadpan. Surprise!
I see you're so shocked you're at a loss for words. And well, you should be. Usually it would be utterly unthinkable for commoners like yourselves so much as see the Shogun, let alone converse with him. Well, I have heard that later Shogun would sometimes dress up as commoners and go mingle among them for a lark, but never mind that. At times, it is the mark of a true Shogun to demonstrate his generosity regardless of how unspeakably rude or undeserving the recipients may be. Now that you are my guests, I will treat you with the hospitality you deserve. You have my word as Tokugawa, no, as Lord of the Ooku Paradise on Earth. Uh-oh. Usually the Ooku be firmly off limits to all men but the Shogun, but today I'm willing to open its doors to worthy guests. I'm talking about an honest-to-goodness paradise on Earth here. What's there to think about? Don't bother getting ready, just come as you are. Trust me, you'll find all manner of happiness inside the Ooku, and it's fun, too. Gordolf's gone mad.
I understand Alassa's biological signatures, though primarily as voice prints. And I can say with almost 100% certainty that that was Gordolf Music. Of course, Mr. Gordolf is human, so I doubt he's sharing his body with someone else, like Parvati. Which can only mean that he has been brainwashed.
Isn't he supposed to be pretty elite?
The quality of his magical service aside, that depends on how the Clock Tower evaluates Mage's talents. Not to mention, the Clock Tower seems to take political power into consideration much more than we do at the Atlas Institute. At any rate, yes, at any rate, I'm afraid my worst-case predictions were correct. I would guess that he was the first wedge. What do you mean? I mean, the enemy must have used him to get a foothold at their attack at the Wandering Sea. It would be impossible for an outside enemy to hack our ratios equipment to conduct mass reverse summon while leaving everything else untouched. So, as I suspected, they must have used a more physical approach for that part. And it looks like they probably chose to do this by using Mr. Gordolf. They must have started by making contact with him and brainwashing him to their side. He could then use his Director's security clearance to disable all the command room's protections. After which he was likely the first to be erased away.
Stupid, but simple, but effective.
I know what you mean. No matter how advanced the company's security might be, it's all too easy to make off with its data as long as you can sway someone who works there to your side. After all, you do not even need to decrypt it if you can make off with the device's lock, stock, and barrel. Honestly, it pains me to think that such a crass and elegant solution could work this well. At any rate, once the enemy had Mr. Goldolf under their control, they must have used his connections to all the other staff and servants to reverse some of them here, willy-nilly. It must have taken an unbelievable amount of magical energy to do that, much more than even a Holy Grail could provide. The enemy would need something with an infinite, no, an inexhaustible resource for generating magical energy. But never mind what happened in the past. Right now we need to focus on the problems facing us now. As if it may have looked ridiculous, but this is no laughing matter. No, if anything, this is even more serious than I thought. He is an Ooku, yes.
I will. You won't save anybody.
You might not be the only one trapped in Ooku. Maybe the others are there too.
One option. Into the Ooku.
Unbelievable. Who does this Goldolf person think he is, calling himself Tokugawa? This is a travesty. How could he even ride his horse or put his arm out with all that excess weight? Oh, poor Goldolf. That's something I didn't tell you earlier. For word got it would be unprecedented crisis for the shogunate, and by extension all of Japan. Everyone in Edo Castle vanished, including Iwatsu, the current shogun. He must be within the Ooku as well. I must rescue him no matter what. Please, will you help me? I second her request. Please help her. I may not be at my full strength, but I can still come out to this like this, help you in battle if things should come to that. And Kasugawa no Subo seems like she knows a lot about the Ooku. I'm sure her knowledge will be helpful. Of course, we have to rescue Goldolf and all the others, but even putting them aside, I think I need to go there. Something tells me I need to confront whomever or whatever's behind all this, and that I'll find them in the Ooku. I can recommend targeting into enemy territory, but we have never had a chance to create a campsite of our own. But you do have Parvati to help you in battle, and Suborn to guide you around Ooku. So after discussing it among my different thought processes, we've all come to a consensus that it should be okay for you to go in there under these circumstances.
Your thought processes. She's a little schizo, apparently.
So, make hay while the sun shines, was it? Well, if we're gonna do this, then let's do it. Your next objective is to infiltrate the Ooku, investigate what is happening there, and rescue everyone who is trapped. There's no telling what could happen in there, so please be extra careful. Oh, don't worry. I practically built the Ooku myself, you know. It might be a little more labyrinthy now, but I still know it like the back of my hand, probably. Besides, now I have a goddess of India and a trusted companions to help me. Whatever sort of nasty person might have taken over the Ooku, I'm sure we can all handle them just fine.
I like that optimism, Kasuga. I like her optimism. Alright. And we are at the entrance. This is a big place. So, Osuzuroku has an assassin class enemy and only 3 servants. So if we're going to only go 3 servants, we are of course going to bring Parvati along. Formation restricted, so Parvati there. Because it's going to be just a meme sort of thing, I think, we're going to bring Kama along as well, and we'll also have Scotty tag along for the ride. Kama will be taking the Princess's Pilgrimage CE, and Scotty will be taking the Fragment of 2030. Alrighty, let's get this party started.
What's with this Osuzuroku? I've never had anything this creepy in my Ooku.
An aroma here, lovely.
This is Osuzuroku, the Bell Corridor. It's the only way to get to the Nakaoku, where the Shogun resides to the Ooku. The Ooku itself has several other entrances, so this corridor is usually reserved solely for the Shogun's use. But since it looks like this is the only way into the new labyrinthine Ooku, I'm afraid we have no choice but to make use of it ourselves. You would enter the Ooku from one servant entrances, or if you were to get a bird's eye view of the place. I'm sure it would have looked perfectly ordinary building. But when you go there from the passage reserved just for the Shogun, it leads to a mysterious labyrinth.
Excuse me.
That appears to be the situation we're dealing with right now. That place is clearly warped, it's an unknown and secluded spatial structure made by magecraft. To be honest, it may have even surpassed the Atlas Institute's engineering, though I really shouldn't compare them since this technology and ours couldn't possibly be more different. Whatever is happening here, it's like nothing I've ever seen. How strange. This sort of thing would usually be right up my alley. But for some reason, I just can't get excited about this at all. Indeed, I have no idea why or how this happened. I also am pretty sure we never had this much in decor before. This is all wrong for Tokugawa exterior design. I'm the decorator we're here to have them redo the whole thing. Anyway, this is Ojukochi, the door that actually leads to the Ooku, but...
Someone is here. Ooh. Okay.
Who in the world are they? Are they supposed to be attendants guarding the Ojuochi? Just look at them. I would never hire anyone like that. The Ooku's attendants must be proper ladies from noble families.
They're not living creatures. Automata or homunculi. Puppets.
Seems to be something different about them compared to normal automaton, though. They seem vaguely Indian, just like this corridor. Why is that? The Ojuochi does need someone to stand guard at all hours of day and night, so maybe our enemy thought these marionettes wouldn't need to sleep would be right for the job. What a ridiculous idea. At any rate, this is definitely the door to the Ooku, so we can't really afford to stop now. You there, the attendant with the 4 arms. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Please, enjoy your... It could talk. Well, aren't you just full of surprises? But I'm Sugano Subon. I spent my whole life watching over the Ooku. I would take more than a little song and dance to scare me off now, you bizarre marionette. Now step aside or I will strike you down where you stand. Yeah! Oh, oops. It seems like this is your lucky day, you monster. I don't have my Naginata on me now. Sorry for the trouble, Lady Pa, but would you mind taking over from here? Wait, huh? You can't just spring things on me like this.
Oh, Parvati's gonna be the comedic element in this, I feel. Their dynamic is gonna be fairly comedic, I can already tell. Which I'm happy about. Alright.
Okay, this is not gonna be too hard.
Oh, you're calling more support. So they don't have any gauges here. Let's get a feel for Kama's skills. So, let's see how the NP gauge. At level 7, it is a 92% boost. That's not useful. Okay. Let's get a feel for Kama's NP here. Alright, final Ascension NP. What does it look like? I don't really remember. We see the basic one in the showcase. That was pretty awesome. Not gonna lie. I get some very Majin Buu vibes from that first one. The first part of that. Very nice. Nicely done, Kama. Very nicely done. And we get some gears. That really grinds my gears. Okay. Of course they were suspicious.
They never actually attacked us, did they? Now I feel kind of bad.
Well, I mean, we attacked so fast they didn't get the chance, so...
They must have been too scared to fight back after seeing your divine glory, Goddess. Oh, and I guess your faith scared them off too?
Yeah, not her. Her face scared them away.
Anyway, now that there's no one left to get in our way, come on, let's go. Master, I suspect you're gonna find even stranger world paths that passage away what you're seeing now. It could be ruled by structures, laws, and theories that are completely different from the ones outside of the Ooku. Basically, there's no telling what might happen. Oh yes, this is what a good dungeon crawl should be like. Oh, sorry, I slipped into spectator mode by mistake. I guess I should take a passage from Wolf's books when it comes to keeping my cool. Anyway, be extra careful in there, everyone. This is where the expedition really begins.
This is where the real game begins. Alright, alright. So that is another act done. We get a quartz. And We're still stuck here for Act 2, Part 1. Okay. Second verse, same as the first. You know? I want to at least get to the point where I can get a free quest unlocked here, I think. Before I call the stream. So, you know, we're going to keep going for a while. This is the place. Isn't it neat? Great, we're locked in here.
Looks like you have no intention of letting us leave. Fine by me. Let's keep on moving then.
I'm sure it's fine that I'm here.
Please don't call attention to that. I'm trying my hardest not to think about it. Of course, it's against the rules for men to enter the Ooku, but these are bound to change with the times.
I'm betting there is something different for the female protag.
Besides, there are clearly more important things to worry about right now. In fact, now that I really think about it, this hallway is just like the Osuzuku we were just in. No sign doors, the walls, the ceiling, the flooring, the decorative transom. None of it looks like the Ooku I know, not one bit. And if this isn't the real Ooku, which it clearly isn't, then I don't have to worry about the rules. In fact, I'll be damned if I do. So there we go.
Oh, yeah, you've never entered this kind of place. Oh, you can definitely feel that dark passion. You're the source of it. Sweet in the walls that chokes you. Choke on it. Sweetness come out of the walls. Flood this place so she can choke. Okay, that's kind of interesting. No. Not wrong, I suppose it is necessary. No, it really isn't. It really, really isn't.
No, that's not normal at all. I'm afraid you have something very big misconceptions about the Ooku.
Good. Tell me proper things.
The Ooku is nothing like that. This dim subterranean labyrinth. Yes, it's broad and complex, but it's also clean and spacious and perfectly pleasant, and even had a garden. Besides, the Ooku is reserved solely for the Shogun's wife and concubines. Its purpose is to ensure a safe place in which to produce an heir to the Tokugawa family. That is why it exists. If you think the Shogun simply goes about laying his hands on any woman in the palace, in the place you happen to catch his eye, like the harems you may have heard about in other countries, you could not be further from the truth, and I'll thank you not to spread your groundless impressions further.
Thank you for correcting me, Kasuga.
Really? That's exactly what I thought it was like, too. Not you too, Lady Pa. It seems I need to educate you all on exactly what the Ooku is and what it stands for. Fortunately, as the Shogun's witness, I'm responsible for his education, so I have plenty of experience teaching all manner of things. Alright, all of you, have a seat. I'd also be interested in hearing your lecture about the Oku Kasuga, but I think I'll have to wait. I'm picking up something ahead of you. This is not just something, it's a human. Just a simple, ordinary human signal. Oh?
Of all possible reasons that ran through my mind when I heard the commotion near the Ojuguchi, I never expected this. This is going to be quite the hassle.
You're Lord Matsudaira. Lord Matsudaira Isu no Kami Nobu Tsuna, what are you doing here? Let me check the older database here. There. Nobutsuna. One of the highest ranked officials in the General Imitsu's shogunate, and one of the three key advisors supporting him. He was especially renowned for his vast intelligence. It was called Wise Isu. I guess he must have been around during this time as well. Indeed he is, though I get the sense we haven't seen each other for a long time.
A long time? I've never seen you before in my life, woman.
Fine then, what if I called you by your childhood name, Lord Choshiro? Even if I do look different now, I can't believe you would forget all about that woman who raised you. It's me, Fuka, Kasuga no Tsubone.
Hard as it is to believe seeing your piercing eyes and the way you conduct yourself. It does seem that you could only be Lady Kasuga, yet another strange occurrence.
If anything's strange around here, it's you. What are you doing here? And why do I get the feeling you look much younger than you're supposed to?
Let's just say I have my lord to thank for my new youth. Now, what are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to be bedridden.
Never mind me. Who is this lord you're serving? If you answer anything besides the Shogun.
Lord Imetsu? He's not dead, but he's no longer here either.
I cannot serve him any more if I wish to. Thus I now serve none but the Lord of the new Ooku here in this new Edo Castle. Our services are no longer needed, Lady Kasuga. You're one of Lord Imitsu's most trusted advisors. How can you be so shameless to turn your back on him? I know I raised you better than that. You speak nonsense, Lady Kasuga. How can I serve the Lord who is no longer here? Is Gordolf the new Lord, then? That Tokugawa. At any rate, you must all be given a proper welcome. But that is a job for attendants, not myself. Somebody, come here! So there are more of those things.
Oh, the dance of combat.
These look like they're going to be much more aggressive than those last guards. Please, get back, Subone.
I mean, the last guards weren't really that aggressive. They just sort of stood there as I pummeled them to dust, you know? Which is understandable when you're faced off against my magnificence. 6 of them this time. Alright, this one might take a little bit longer, but there's no reason we can't take 2 of them down right here and now. We don't need that crit strength just yet. Here we go! Ooh, I just caught my back. Wow. Still a little short on the old whatever it's called, NP gauge. That's fine. We should probably get it here. Good. Alright, Kama. Crush that one, and then probably the next one. Stream is probably gonna die here in the next minute. And are those quick buffs stacking? I feel like those quick buffs might stack, which is very good if they do.
I guess like we sit there and see.
Pardon the yawn. Three turn quick fire effectiveness. Okay, yeah, that stacks. That's some good stackage. Scotty. One little crit would have done some good. And there goes the stream. I knew it was going to crash shortly here. Alright. I'll just be on the drop screen. So this gave us some silver and bronze tier materials. And it looks like we're coming back now. We got the minor crash. It is enough to down the stream. I'm not sure why. I mean, I guess my phone does have to be connected to my house Wi-Fi in order to actually even do the connection through Reflector. So, yeah. Alright, so we got a little bit of the basic mats there. Nothing major. But appreciated all the same. I'm glad that's over with. I can confirm there are no more hostiles nearby, but I'm afraid. The man from before is gone. Lovely.
Lord Nobutsuna. You were never the most sociable person, but I'm certain you cared for the Shogun just as much as I did. You're his loyal retainer. Why would you do this?
At least we know that whoever is behind this is working with people like that. As a high-ranking shogunate official, second only to the shogun himself, he must know all about Edo Castle. If he's working with who's behind this, maybe he knows where Director Gordoff and the others are too. I hope we can get some information out of him next time we see him. Either way, we'll need to keep making our way through this labyrinth if we want answers. So, this is where the real dungeon crawl begins. I know it looks impossible to navigate, but given that someone must have built it, and I would be very surprised if there were not some way to determine the correct route. It could just be some kind of idiosyncrasies on the part of the creator during the building process, or it could be something they did intentionally. Whichever it is, I want you to keep a close eye on your surroundings so you don't miss it. You know, with your silhouette there, I can't really keep a close eye on my background. Just saying. Another quartz. I wonder what this thing on the left is, by the way. The mouse room. No battle, 1 AP gets us our first lantern. The path splits in two. Which way to go? Wow, that quest, man. That quest was hell in a handbasket, I tell you what. Okay, so something tells me that the right path is probably a dead end. The cold corridor or the warm corridor. You know, something tells me the thing with no battles is the right way to go. Have an item cost, AP and or items used will not be expended until you clear. Strengthen your party for different steps and challenge quests again as many times as necessary. This will be fine. Cool, no restrictions, which means double Scotty strats. Double Scotty, comma, let's go. Certain chilly presence, something's coming. Watch, I'm gonna just get totally Shrek'd. I know, it said something about you can replay these later, but for fun, I'm doing it as blind as I can. Crimson Gizzards. Crimson Gizzards? These poor Crimson Lizards. They're gonna be slaughtered. Alright, Kama. Slaughter some lizards. I plan on doing all the paths too. Nice. I know. But, you know, I think I've got enough of every CE that I don't need to worry about farming. That would be nice. Although, something I think would be even better than currency drops being announced beforehand, and I'll show you what I mean here in just a moment, would be if when you press on this, it tells you how many of these damn things you have. Like, so you don't overrun a single node, and you don't have to keep thinking, okay, so how close am I? Damn it, I'm not there yet. How close am I? Damn it, still not there yet. How close am I? Dang it, I went over on how many I needed to do. You know, it'd be so useful if they, like, made an extra interface so that you can click on the item and see how many of that item you have. That would be so appreciated, you know? I should probably read these item descriptions. So the snowy face powder, a modest face powder acquired from the Tokugawa Restoration Labyrinth, Ooku. A snow-white color accentuates the skin's beauty. And the Lunar Lesser Rogue, a graceful looking gloss, used colored lips acquired from the Labyrinth of Restoration. Painted crimson lips, glowing with the moon's bewitching beauty, are sure to captivate any who see them. Excuse me. Some deadly poisonous needles. Another bit of cold corridor. Interesting. Third verse. Once you enter the room, a giant lizard slithers out. This is just like an old school RPG or pen and paper RPG thing. Okay, you go that way. You encounter one giant lizard. Roll for initiative. Something tells me Kama's gonna be Bond 5 before this event is done, by the way. Just something in my gut, you know? Realistically speaking, I could probably afford to give Scotty one of the event CEs rather than what she currently has. It's probably a safe bet. They changed the drops. Oh snap. Oh man. Guides. The guides have betrayed us. We have been betrayed, bamboozled, possibly even schmeckledorfed. Yeah, I think I'm gonna throw one of the 4-star CEs on Scotty here, just to be safe. Since it's the only other one that's MLB. Because I had poor luck with the 3-star CE for some reason. Like, seriously. Why the 3-star of Battle 11? Another poisonous needle, and in this room we have the lizard room. Wow, we actually chose the... Did we choose the right path? Huh. I actually chose the right path. I thought for sure this was the wrong path. I mean, we're getting a lantern, so it might not be the audience extra, so maybe not. You're quite a formidable figure yourselves, aren't you, Lady... No, she's not. How about a different way from Lady Pa? Oh, you're not humble at all. Don't be so modest. I know a number of monks with Buddhist names like yours, and you're on a completely different level from them. To be honest, you're actually something of a monk guru, aren't you? I mean, we already have a goddess from India here. At this point, it wouldn't surprise me if you turned out to be an avatar of the Buddha himself. Buddha Bodhisattva in my head. Can't believe she wiped our memory. Oh, you... I'm glad you're not an avatar of the Buddha.
Well, it's obvious from everything I've seen so far. You aren't the least bit afraid of these bizarre dolls. You use powers in combat techniques I've never seen before. Even in my wildest dreams, I never imagined there was anyone in the world who could do the things you can. Well, I guess there's a shady old monk by the name of Tenkai that's part of the Shogun's inner circle. They say he uses some super suspicious techniques himself, but I never paid mind to those rumors much because, well, they're suspicious. So this is my first time actually seeing him dispel the power of the Buddha.
Yeah, very small sect. Wish it could have stayed small. They probably changed the drop rates. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time they did a silent change for the NA to, from JP to NA.
Tenkai must have been abducted along with everyone else in your castle. And to think he was supposed to keep the Shogun safe from the strange curses and things like, well, what's happening right now. Once I've rescued the Shogun, I'll have to whisper Tenkai must be punished. Tenkai must be punished in his ear while he's asleep. Anyway, having all you really here is a big help for us, Parvati. Although, how can she have such a powerful spirit ocean without being a proper heroic spirit? Then again, there are some servants like Ascension Np who can't operate in the open. Maybe she was chosen by the Counterforce for a similar purpose.
Oh, the Counterforce would be happy to be rid of her, much like myself.
At any rate, I know the enemies on this route have been tough, but that's mean we're going the right way.
Is it the right way, or is it the wrong way?
Sorry, I'm afraid it's a dead end.
Yes, I was wrong!
They made me fought all this way for nothing, but that was so hard, I was sure we were on something.
One cannot walk the path of the Buddha and be free from adversity. I must embrace pain and suffering where needed. Path here is not the one of pilgrimage, but of the Ooku, hidden away from the sun. We shall have a long way to go yet. Perhaps for the time being, we should try an easier route. There are sure to have enemies we can more unreservedly fight against. Okay, so I'm hoping that this route unlocked a free quest. Since at 5 of the 5, 2 currency for all the no's you checked. That is odd. They must have changed the drop rates. That didn't even unlock a free quest for us. Are you serious? That annoys me. Nope. I'm out of this shop. Nope. I'm out of that shop. Nope. There's a warm presence. Warm corridor. The floor is nice and warm and cozy. The Tanuki room. You know what? MLB only. Sure, why not? You're done with everything until the daily reset. Maidservants are waiting inside the room. How many free quests have you unlocked out of curiosity, Shu? That's not gonna spoil or anything, I mean, so... You're quite familiar with that term. What does it mean, if you don't mind me asking? Only 2? Damn. This event is stingy. Ah, Tanuki in the Fox room. Gotcha. So I'll get a free quest after this. Ah, this is the ancient board game called Go. I've heard of Go. I have heard of Go. Though I think it's pretty common. In Go, it's ignoring the opponent's move and place somewhere else next. Interesting. I mean, I feel like that's a strategy in, like, a lot of board games, though, where you're competing against somebody else, to ignore your opponent and do your own thing, you know? Because the opponent's one was too small. So rather than possibly playing into a trap that could be set up with this small move, you do what you want to do. Oh, I thought I was almost done there. I forgot that this was a 6-person node. Alright, Kama, smash. Alright, I forgot. Waver gave her the crit buff, I was about to say. And she has her own strength buff for this as well. And it's always personal judgment, and that is common. Trust your own guts. Yep. I'm getting so hyped with these numbers Kama's putting out that when this event is done, I'm going to be somewhat saddened when I see how much lower her output is in normal events. Normal quests and stuff. I'm gonna feel that sadness, you know? Alright, so we did unlock the Tanuki room. That is assassins. I'm guessing that the Tanuki room is a 3- and 4-star currency. The loud and the damaged corridor. See, there's not really been any hints. Like, they said to be on the lookout for hints, but like there hasn't been any hints as to what path might be the right path to go down, you know? You originally planned to skip her, but for some reason, you rolled all your quartz. Who knows, man? Who knows? Things work in mysterious ways, after all. I don't remember who Megumin is, but I'm happy that they have a waiver with the MLB this. Something jolly seems to be inside this room. Nice, nice, nice. Am I right in that the Tanuki room gives you gold and silver currency drops for the free quest? Out of curiosity? I think the bronze maidservants offer... the bronze maidservants seem to offer the 3-star currency, whereas the silver ones offer the 4. No rooms give the gold currency yet. That's kind of annoying. Not even gonna lie about that. I feel like they all give bronze. Okay. My hardest currency to obtain. Awesome. Right, I want to see if I can't unlock the next free quest, maybe. All the no that's wrong. Annoying, but understandable. Annoying, but understandable. Love that damage, man. It's gonna be so weird when I don't have it. I'm not even gonna... Jeez, I don't even need to bother with an NP here. Only bronze, and you don't have 200 silver and gold yet. Damn. But more than 1,000 bronze. Nice. Very nice. Also, Kama is bond level uno. Three gears. The pig room. So 2 max limit brokens and 1 non. Okay. I'm at most gonna get 1 max limit broken and then the rest nons, unfortunately. Just because I didn't MLB mine yet. Earlier. What is this place? I could have sworn I was just alone in my room. Enjoying my weekly ham and sausage feast away from the others, say nothing of that little animal's prying nose. What's going on? Am I sleepwalking? Is that what this is? Maybe I should have taken Da Vinci's advice and gone for a regular checkup after all. At any rate, I'm the head of Chaldea, the mental support pillar holding up the entire organization by myself. I can't let my staff relax their focus now, not when we're in the middle of a war. I need to head back to my still under construction director's office to make sure we all get out of this alive. Oh, I feel like Gordolf is never going to have a fully constructed director's office. All that aside, where am I anyway? Is this the way out? Who are you lot? Stay back, I say. Stay back, damn it! So that's how it's going to be, is it? Very well, I have my scrolls and my mystic code. I can fight back handily. Take this perplexing Goth Punch! Bewildering Goth Punch! Intimidating Goth Punch! I forgot, Gordolf is actually a combatant, which is awesome, by the way. Oh, man, I hope that Solomon, when it gets animated, does well. That they animate all of the pseudo-singularities, including CCC, and then they animate the Lost Belts, so that we can see Gordolf actually fighting, you know. Pitiful. They're all far too weak, or perhaps I'm just too strong. All that aside, I can't even believe I took care of this many enemies so quickly. I suppose I must have grown up more than I realized over the course of this journey. It seems I've awakened the beast within me. I may be a particularly late bloomer, so late that I almost didn't make it in time, but nonetheless. Oh, so there's still more of you, are there? Don't you realize you're hopelessly outmatched? I have no interest in kicking those who are down, especially when they're already a full lap behind, but if you mean to attack me, you leave me no choice. I need to get back to the people eagerly awaiting my return. Now move aside, for I become death, destroyer of you. Yes, I've always wanted to say something like that. Oh, Gordolf. Oh, man. Gordolf is really becoming a high-tier good character, you know. I very much am enjoying Gordolf's character.
Seeing all these puppets attack us without so much as blinking is kind of creepy, if not downright scary.
I wouldn't say it's scary.
I agree. I may have lost some of my power, but I can still handle these enemies just fine. And since I have all of you helping me too, I don't think we'll have any trouble making progress.
With our hands tied behind our back. I mean, you know. No. You can't ask any favors of me. They're gonna all die because you asked for me to spare them now, you know.
Think we should treat everything with respect, even if it lacks soul? I can get behind that. Okay, let's not get carried away and go around destroying any more of them, and then we have to.
Nope, we're not destroying them all. I don't care. We are destroying them all. Strictly necessary? You know what? It's strictly necessary to destroy them all. Destroy them all!
You have a very kind heart, Lord Soul. I like that very much. Everyone should be sympathetic to those who lack power, regardless of how high they may rank. The fact that you can summon up that kind of sympathy even in these circumstances as intense as these speaks volumes for your inner strength of character. I see that you're not immediately repeating what you heard, but truly believe what you say.
No, no, no. I mean, yes, I'm believing what I say, and that we must destroy them all. Mercies for the weak.
Yes, I'm very impressed. There's a good boy.
Pat.
She treated Master like a child. Oh, I'm sorry, force of habit. Long ago I decided that whenever I praise a child, I would do so with all my strength, and that I would pat their head while I did so. And now it's a habit that's very hard to break. I'm truly sorry if I made you uncomfortable.
No, head pats are nice. I don't get them that often, but head pats are nice. Nope, not indulging in your requests.
You believe in mercy, don't you? I guess you really are.
Nope, she's not. Nothing when they destroy. No boy. Signed for a specific purpose. Oh yeah, it's not gonna be easy. I'm me. You can die for all I care, you know. Frozen. Quartz. And lantern. Another branching path. I want to see what is down this damaged corridor, I suppose. But it looks like it has scratch marks. There's an animal fur on the floor. Howling can be heard inside the room. It's fine, I'm sure. The tiger room. Okay, let's go. Chimera is sitting inside the room, looking cramped. I think that after this, I'm gonna have to call things here. Excuse me. This is definitely a maze. Not a particularly hard maze, mind you, but still a maze nonetheless. Oh wow. Oniwaban. Poor Oniwaban. It's gonna get slaughtered here, man. I almost feel sorry for it. Almost. Alright. Destroy this beast. There we go, nice and easy. So we get another paper lantern, and we're able to continue down the planned path, which we will do in tomorrow's stream. In the meantime, I am probably going to be farming the Tanuki room as much as I can. But yeah, that will be it for this stream. So I've been Solar Dragon. I hope that you enjoyed this stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to support me more, you can drop me a follow here on Twitch so you know when I go live, or you can subscribe to me there on YouTube if you're watching there. Every sub is always appreciated. So, yep, that'll be where I call it here. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. If you have not yet rolled for Kama, I wish you the utmost luck for rolling for her. May she bless you more quickly than she blessed me, because, let's be honest here, it took her a while to come home for me. Not that I'm mad. I'm happy she finally came home. But again, thanks for coming out. Hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.